Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a great week this week. There was a lot of good plays in chat, a lot of good trades to be had. Just a matter of sticking to your rules, following everything that you've been taught, keeping your emotions in check. All of these things play a good part in it, and we had a lot of opportunities this week in chat. What I'm gonna do real quick, I only had two tickers on watch from my nightly scan, and I got to work this morning and saw that I had a meeting. We're still trying to work out all of this stuff from the flood and how it's going to affect the school days and all of that stuff. So was doing kind of had that going on, but I posted these two in chat, and these were the two that I went over last night in my video when I was showing you how I scan. An ENTA really didn't open up the way I wanted it to. I mean, I got the volume, but these candles were wicked. You're talking about, here's $1.72 spread on this candle, a range, $2.20 range on this one, 176 on this one, 187. I mean, I just can't trade something like this. That's just absolutely too much range for me to be trading it. Swing traders, probably could do it, and they won't even look at it, but it's just not something I can do. It really didn't set up for that clean of a move. Right here was a good pop out the VWAP. Right here it went over, but then it sold off. Here again, went over again. This one wouldn't have been a confirmation. That's kind of, a spinning top or a doji. I just can't. I wouldn't have felt comfortable getting in, and then you got this pop up. And I was looking at this level here. This is where it closed yesterday. This is the red to green line here. And this, a lot of times this acts as support or resistance, and that's pretty much what this did. It acted as resistance here, and then finally it broke through. But this is just untradeable for me. I probably could have jumped in on this candle, but it's not what I would have wanted to do. But it did make a little move up. This just wasn't, clean trading for me. So I kept my eye on it throughout the day, but, even after this, but just never really set up. RLYP I was looking at, and this is the only one that I actually traded. Didn't really mess with it here. You had a nice, opening range up here, but, these candles, these are like 50 cents, here. So it just didn't open up to where I would have wanted to trade it. By then I was in a meeting and I'm just kind of watching some charts on my laptop. That's all I could have really had with me. And just kind of watched it do this. And so then my mind became fixed on, okay, this thing's going to bottom and I'm going to see if I can catch the reversal on it. But, I was looking at it here. We're getting ready to go to lunch. And I was hoping that this thing would set up so I could come back and chat and, call this out and just walk through this trade at lunch. But I got this big candle here and it went up and tapped the 20 and then came back. So that just let me know that I'm not going to take this unless it's over the 20. And that's pretty much what I did. I came back and I was sitting there. I only had my laptop and I was flipping back between my platform and this, and then finally I just put a montage up so that I could click and trade this. So I did get this. We're sitting there eating lunch. People were talking around me, and I'm sitting here trying to make some money. But it was a lot of fun. But my goal was right here at the VWAP, and I took it at the VWAP, and I think I got back probably when it was right here. And as soon as I logged in got logged in the chat, I said, this looked like a good trade off the VWAP. And, I was sitting there getting everything situated. So I ended up taking it here. I think it was 1276 is where I got it. And this one confirmed pretty good, but this candle kind of had me a little nervous. But, I just saw this clean blue sky between here and this upper deviation band. So I went ahead and took it. I was already up a little bit. I'm trading with the house's money, so to speak. So I went ahead and got it and just kind of held through this mess and finally got to move up. And like I said in chat, I was looking for it this was my initial target, the 1345.50 range. And once it started pushing up, I had the 20, the 9 and the 20 all pushing up, and then eventually the upper deviation band went. I said really I was going to let it run and see if it get to 14. 14 would have been my ultimate target. I'd have clicked it there. That's what I was looking for, but didn't quite get it. I think I got out at like 84 or 80 or something. I can't remember the exact price, but it was in the 80s that I got out. Didn't really hold through this to try to get 14 like I had anticipated I wanted to. Just wanted to book some profit. But that was a pretty good day. Made more than my average, my daily average. So, anytime that happens, that's great. But I won't call these out if I'm not there and I can't be at my computer and manage these trades. I'm not going to call it out because it's not fair to anybody that's probably trying to follow me or learn this, and I'm not there to really give them the support they need. When I could pop back in from the meeting, back in chat, when I could pop in, I would kind of make comments, but there really wasn't much I could do. But the guys that were in the trade, I think I was communicating with them through PM and open in chat too. So I think everybody that was following this, I was able to talk to and work it out. But it's not normally what I like to do. It's just that if I'm not going to be here, it doesn't make sense for me to call it out because I'm not going to be there to answer any questions about it or whatever. But I really like to share my setup so that when I'm telling you I'm looking for, to take this over the 20 and the 9, that I'm looking for a close above it. And if I get a close and then a candle to confirm, I'm going to take it and go with it. And, my stop's going to be a close below the 9. That's going to be my trailing stop. And if I'm getting a reversal, my profit target's going to be the VWAP. I'll take it and look to get back in. Yeah, when I get into, if I was in 1,000 shares, I'd have clicked half off here and left half on and then added back once this thing became a winner. But, I wasn't in that deep, so I didn't scale in or scale out on this one. Just held it and let it run. But turned out to be a good trade, so, I'm happy with that. So right quick, I'm going to go ahead and look at my nightly scans for Monday just to kind of give you a preview of it and then go over it one more time how I do it. On FinViz, I've got a screener that I built in. It's a nightly scan. I showed you last night the 5 criteria that I look for. And the first one that pops up is the ones that made a new low. EROS was on watch yesterday, but didn't really make the move. But it sure made it today. It got the volume and everything that I was looking for yesterday. Today, just didn't have it on my watch yesterday. So, didn't have it on my watch today from yesterday. So, Kind of missed out on it. Hate I did, because it made the move that I was looking for. All right, and let's see if they made any new highs. Yep, we got two. I remember several people looking at it in chat. ALGN, this was moving parabolic. So I'm gonna be looking at it on Sunday night. I'll vet these Sunday night, pull up the charts, and map out some levels and stuff. But you know, this chart on Finviz just gives me a bird's eye view of what I'm looking at. But it gapped up, made was up 719 today, 11.8%, 2.6 million shares. That's about, you know, over 3 times the average. ATR is over 2. The float's 71 million. That's pretty good. So I'm happy with what I kind of see so far. So this will probably make my watch on Monday. ATHN is a high dollar stock. Ooh, look, $35 move today. 27.54% up. 2.81 million volume, 38 million float. I like it. This is, you know, well over 3 times its average volume it traded today. Nice volume spike, nice gap. It's a high dollar ticker, so I couldn't probably put but 100 shares on it. But just imagine if I had 100 shares and I got $30 of this move. You know, that'll make my month. So, you know, these are the opportunities that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a continuation of this. Either it's going to come back and retrace this gap, or it's going to, you know, pull back a little bit and keep going. You know, so I'm going to look to trade it either way. You know, I'm not going to say if it doesn't do what I want it to do, I'm not going to trade it. So those are the 3 I'll probably be looking at Sunday night from Monday. But I think that's all I wanted to share with everybody. Hope everybody has a good and safe weekend. And I'll see everybody bright and early Monday morning in chat.